presents the Endurance Countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transmission.
Welcome back to the IRWIN Tools Endurance Countdown. I'm Grant Rowley from Speedcafe.com. I've got Jack Perkins and Chris Jewell with me. Today we're talking about Paul Morris Motorsport, the number 39 and 49 entries, sponsored by Super Cheap Auto and VIP Pet Foods. Now Chris Jewell, Russell is a former race winner, but what do you make of his co-driver going into this one?
Not a lot of chance, is there, really, for these guys? I wouldn't have thought. You've got the oldest bloke in the field and the bloke who can't see a thing, so yeah, not really sure. No, that's not fair. I actually think this team can go very well. The equipment's good. Russell's a master at that race, and Jack's been around long enough now to get a chance to move towards the podium spot. So I think they'll be in the mix for the top 10. Perhaps if everything works out, maybe top 5, and if there's a fairy godmother, maybe a podium.
Of course, Jack is teaming up with Russell Ingall in the Super Cheap Auto entry. You actually drove with Russell last year in the Gold Coast races. What's your expectation?
Well, driving the Super Cheap car in the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000, it's got a pretty good ring to it. So it's probably been a bit of a childhood dream of mine to race with Russell after the achievements that he and Dad were able to do in the mid-90s. So, you know, since Russell worked out the championship was a bit out of his grasp this year, we've been putting a lot of emphasis on the Enduros. I know the guys in the team are pretty pumped up. Russell's pretty focused, and you know, I can't wait to get there. Had good results there last year at Phillip Island in the Enduros, and of course driving with Russell at Gold Coast, we had a top 10 on Sunday, and we're really looking forward to getting to Bathurst.
Now Chris, the Triple Eight chassis that the team took over last year haven't quite been the silver bullet that they thought they'd be.
No, perhaps not from the outset, but I think more recently there's been some good speed there, certainly in race trim. Russell perennially has not succeeded at qualifying at the level he'd like to be able to, but if you look a little bit more deeper into the statistics and some of the race speed there, I think that there's actually an underlying benefit they've got and a lot of genuine speed in that car, so it will be even better over sustained distances at the mountain.
The number 49 entry, Jack, is the VIP car for team owner Paul Morris and its regular driver Steve Owen. Would a couple of big results salvage the year?
Absolutely. I think you know, a lot of emphasis needs to be put on Steve Owen here. Last year he was on the front row of the grid at Phillip Island. He finished second at Bathurst with Jamie Whincup. Now he's got the same car. He's got to take the reins here. And you know, if he can match what he did last year, I know Paul will do a solid job. He will definitely hand the car back in one piece. And you know, they'll either be right at the top or they'll be nowhere. So hopefully he can replicate that form from last year. As I said, Paul will do a good job. They could be ones to watch.
As Jack just mentioned, Steve Owen was in a totally different position last year. We caught up with him at Queensland Raceway to talk about the contrast from 2010 to 2011.
Well, last year was a bit different because I wasn't in the championship, so I just wanted to go there and win. This year, you know, we need to get good championship points to try and help our championship along, but at the same time, you know, we want to get a result. I think we've got a new car coming for Bathurst, so you know, if everything goes well, we should be right up there.
That was Steve Owen. I'm Grant Rowley. You're on the IRWIN Tools Endurance Countdown, and we'll be back with more tomorrow.
When you've got a job to do and not much time to do it, you can't beat IRWIN Groove Lock pliers. With an innovative press and slide button, they adjust twice as fast as a regular pair of multi-grips. IRWIN Tools.